met Ed Hicks through an online personal ad. He was extremely easy to talk to. He was a single father and seemed very attentive toward his children. He was fun, intelligent, charismatic. We could talk for hours. 6 months after meeting him, I went to his home. I saw pictures inside Ed's house, family-type pictures. And I asked him, who are these people? And he told me that they were the children's mother's family. I received a phone call from him one evening, and I have caller ID, and it said Julie Hicks. And I said, who is Julie Hicks?
Ed told me that Julie was his cousin.
I found out later,
Julie Hicks was really his wife.
even though I had suspicions. I loved him probably more than anybody I've ever loved. Over the last 4 years, I've probably spent close to $50,000 on things for Ed. I paid for his children's college education. I gave him access to a credit card. He started pressing me to take my retirement money so we could build our house in the Bahamas. I filed income taxes jointly, and we were to get a refund back, and I waited, and the refund never came. I called the State Department of Taxation, and they said, Mrs. Julie Hicks, your income tax refund has been withheld. And I said, wait a minute, my name isn't Mrs. Julie Hicks. You can imagine, I was quite shocked. I confronted him. Tell me about Mrs. Julie Hicks. For the first time in my life, I thought a man was going to hit me. At that point, I knew he was the biggest liar I'd ever met in my life. I said, I'm so tired of your lying. Get out of my house. I went to the police and I said, I have reason to believe my husband's a bigamist.
I was disgusted when I found out I was the seventh Mrs. Hicks. Who would have known Ed was married to Audrey, Sharon, Monica, Johnette, Rose, and Julie, all before he married me?
Everything he told me was a lie. At the time that he was indicted on the felony charge of bigamy, he had at least 6 personal ads online. He advertised for a woman to live with him on property that I'd helped buy. I started a blog called Fight Bigamy. It is completely consuming me. Right now, it's informing people of the biggest serial bigamist that I know of, which is my soon-to-be ex-bigamist husband.
I believe that Ed Hicks is an absolute con artist.
I want Ed Hicks to sit in a jail cell so he can no longer prey on kind, caring, unsuspecting women.
So you said too good to be true. What was the story? What did he tell you? Who was this guy as he presented to you?
He presented himself to me as an engineer from an illustrious engineering school.
Was he?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
He presented himself as a very high-level government employee.
Was he?
Not high level.
Okay.
High enough, but not as high as he presented himself as.
But he actually worked for the government.
He does.
There's your government. There you go. That's your government that worked for you.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
He told me he had been married one time before to the mother of the 2 children that I had met.
Right. Not true.
Not true.
When you found this out, because you'd been living with this person,
Yes.
you'd been husband and wife, gone to bed at night, got up, read the paper in the morning, went to the store, just going through your life, and the whole time, where was did his other wife think he was?
She really didn't know because he kind of went under the radar. She couldn't afford to find him.
Yeah, but I mean, for a time though, he's going back and forth. I mean,
He was.
I don't
When
know
I
how
met
you
him-
go under the radar. Robin's radar goes real high and real low, and it'd be kind of hard to go under the radar. So what was the moment in time that you said, oh my God, I've been had?
Probably right before my mother passed away, I found out about the income tax refund. And when I called about that, they referred to me as Julie. And I said, my name isn't Julie. And they said, well, this is due to your 1999 refund. And I said, I didn't know this man in 1999. So at that point, I absolutely knew that there was another Mrs. Hicks.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.